Durham is known as the Bowl City. It received this name from its history with Bowl Durham tobacco. Over the last 20 years, Durham has gone through a huge revitalization, which has made it one of the most popular places to live in the state of North Carolina. Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 pros and top 5 cons about what it's like to live in the Bowl City, Durham, North Carolina. And I promise, no bull, and I won't blow smoke. Let's go. My name is Keith O'Hare, and I'm a realtor who helps buyers and sellers in the Raleigh-Durham market. I used to live in Durham and lived there for over 10 years in addition to working at Duke prior to a career in real estate, so I really know Durham. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're finding this content valuable so I know to produce more videos like this one. Now, let's get started with those top 5 pros about living in Durham. The number 5 pro about living in Durham is outdoor recreation. Durham has some fantastic things that you can do right in the outdoors. There's the River State Park, which is great for hiking. There's a quarry where you can go swimming, so it's a great spot to really burn off some calories, get some energy out in the outdoors at the River State Park. There's the Sarah P. Duke Gardens, which is a beautiful garden on Duke University's campus. It's one of the prettiest places in all of the Raleigh-Durham area. We've had our family pictures taken there personally. It's a great place for a picnic. It's a very popular venue for weddings and other big events, so it's a huge garden and beautiful flowers and that showcase different countries from around the world right here in the heart of Durham. And then finally, there's the Durham Museum of Life and Science, which is a great spot for kids. My kids are members there as well as our family. The grandparents love taking them there as well. There's a dinosaurs exhibit, a butterfly conservatory. There's places where you can walk around, huge playgrounds. There's indoor activities, there's outdoor activities, there's camps. It is a great spot for families and for kids especially, so be sure to enjoy the outdoors right here in Durham. The number 4 pro for Durham is that it's a research and innovation hub. In addition to being called the Bowl City, Durham is also referred to as the City of Medicine for all the great healthcare and medical facilities that you have right here in Durham. This is primarily driven by Duke University and the Duke University healthcare system. The Duke hospital system is one of the most well-regarded in the entire nation and even in the world. People fly in from all over to get treatment right here in Durham because of Duke University. And it's not just healthcare. Duke is one of the top private institutions of higher education all across the country and the world. So great research and innovation in all sorts of different topic areas in addition to healthcare. Durham has also become a real kind of niche tech hub as well. So there's a lot of technology jobs and incubator projects and angel investors right here in Durham. And then because of where Durham is located, it's right next to the Research Triangle Park region, which is centrally located within North Carolina between Raleigh and Durham. And that's a huge driver of jobs and research and innovation. There's all sorts of companies that are consistently doing really neat research. So for job opportunities, for healthcare, for research and innovation, Durham is the place to be. The number 3 pro for Durham is cost of living. Compared to other expensive cities in the United States, Durham is relatively affordable. And even within the Triangle area, Durham is one of the more cost-effective places to live compared to some of those surrounding communities of Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Cary, Apex. So Durham, you get a little bit more bang for your buck. And because of where Durham is situated within the Triangle, South Durham in particular is a great spot for a lot of commuters. You can get a little bit more bang for your buck there. Easy access through I-40 and to 540 when you're in South Durham. So you can get into Chapel Hill, you can get into Raleigh, you can get south down into Cary and Apex when you're in that fantastic South Durham location. So because of the cost of living, Durham is a more affordable and more appealing place for a lot of people because your dollar just goes a little bit further in Durham. The number 2 pro for Durham is Downtown Durham. Now, this is where Durham has changed tremendously over the past few years. So I grew up in the area. I remember it was either late elementary, middle school. One of my classmates' parents came into class and brought this big, one of those life-size replicas of what the revitalization plan was for downtown Durham. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But seeing this come to life and transform over the past, few decades has been amazing to see. So what really is the impetus behind the change for Durham is the revitalization of an area called the American Tobacco Campus. Durham used to have a lot of the old abandoned tobacco warehouses, and they've revitalized those into shops and restaurants and music venues. And along with that American Tobacco Campus, they built a new Durham Bulls Athletic Park. So you can go to baseball games. It's a AAA baseball experience. It is a fun, family-centered event, and it's great for families as well as if you are a baseball lover. The Durham Bulls is appealing. Right behind the Durham Bulls Stadium is also the Durham Performing Arts Center, which is one of the most popular venues for plays, musicians, comedians, and we are talking about big names like Jerry Seinfeld, Fortune Feimster, who's from the Gastonia area in North Carolina, and huge other musicians and plays, off-Broadway series. So it is a great place for entertainment, right? And that's called the Durham Performing Arts Center, also known as DPAC. And then Durham has a lot of great shops and restaurants all throughout the downtown. So Durham is a fantastic place to go explore, even if you're in one of the neighboring suburbs. But if you live right in Durham, you can enjoy the downtown every day. The number one reason to live in Durham is because it is a foodie city. If you like great restaurants and good food and good places to eat, Durham is the place to be. And we're talking about representation from all different cultures and ethnicities. There's Ethiopian food through Gorsha. There's Sushi for if you like Japanese food. There's Mothers and Sons for Italian food. You name it, there's all sorts of different restaurants in downtown, on 9th Street in Durham, in South Durham. So Durham just has a fantastic restaurant and food scene. So be sure to check that out if you are going to move to Durham. Before I move on to the cons, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I know you're enjoying this content and you want to see more videos like this one. The number 5 con is public transportation. So Durham really just lacks a great public transportation system. So there is a bus system that does work and it provides some access for people, but we don't have a huge metro system. There's not a big train system in Durham that you can easily navigate and get around. So Durham, I would say, much like Raleigh, is very car dependent. It is hard to live in Durham and not have a car. So if you're looking for a place where you can just always walk or bike or take public transportation, Durham is probably not the right place for you. And in general, the Triangle area is probably not the right fit because we just don't have the big public infrastructure transportation systems like other cities that are in the United States. The number 4 con for Durham is hot and humid summers. Now, of course, this is not just unique to Durham. This would be the case for anywhere in the Raleigh-Durham area that they're going to be hot and humid summers. I don't want to sell you a false bill of goods. Yes, we have all 4 seasons. You can enjoy the Raleigh-Durham area all throughout the year, but we do have hot and humid summers. We're not like Texas. We're not like Florida. It's not nearly that hot. So it is much cooler than those areas. But if you're moving from the Northeast, the Midwest, or parts of California, the hot and humid summers here in Durham can take a little bit of getting used to. So I just want you to be prepared for that. On the plus side, because of where Durham is centrally located, you can enjoy our beautiful beaches during the summer of North Carolina. It's only a 2 to 3 hour drive away, or the mountains to cool off in the summer. The temperature's a little bit cooler in the summer there because of the elevation and the distance from the shore. So the mountains are also a 2 to 3 hour drive away, closer to 3 really, but it is a great spot to enjoy in those hot and humid summers if you need a break from that humidity. The number 3 con for Durham is that it is a smaller scale than Raleigh. So if you are looking for the biggest city to live in the Raleigh-Durham area, Raleigh is bigger than Durham. So Raleigh has a population of about 500,000 people. Durham has a population of about 300,000 people. Raleigh is the state capital, so there's a lot of state government jobs that come in the Raleigh area in addition to obviously a wide range of jobs in other sectors. So Durham, while it is a city, it is a smaller scale city compared to Raleigh. So if you want the bigger city, if you're working in state government or you have a job in Raleigh, living in Durham might not be the right fit for you. Maybe neighboring Raleigh would be a better fit. Durham is just on a smaller scale city, but with that comes a lot of charm and character, and Durham does have its own unique culture compared to Raleigh. So you might want to check out both Raleigh and Durham to see if one fits better for you. The number 2 con for Durham is it is more spread out. So Raleigh has a bit more of a cohesive feel to it. There's a downtown area, there's North Raleigh, North Hills. Durham, it feels like there's like 3 distinct areas of Durham that are all very different. So there's North Durham, which is very rural. You'll find a lot of older homes. You can get some more acreage out there. It almost feels more like farm country in some parts of northern Durham. It has a much different feel than downtown Durham. So downtown Durham does have that city feel. You can see condos there, nice townhomes, some older historic homes that have a lot of character. So it just has its own unique feel in downtown Durham. And then finally, South Durham is the 3rd area. You're seeing a lot of transplants in that area, people who want to commute to different places because of its proximity that we talked about earlier to Highway 40 and to 540. It's easy to get into Durham. It's easy to get to Chapel Hill. It's easy to get to Raleigh, down south to Cary and Apex. So South Durham, you find a lot of people that are commuting or working at RTP, a lot of more suburban type style homes in that area. So North Durham, more rural, downtown Durham, kind of that city vibe, and then South Durham has a more suburban feel to it. So 3 distinct areas all have their pros and cons, but it feels a little bit more spread out than compared to other parts of the Triangle, and then also compared to the sister city of Raleigh. The number one con for Durham is growth and change. And what I mean by that is a lot of long-term residents of Durham are not happy about how much Durham has grown and changed over the years. A lot of them are feeling pushed out because of home prices have gone up and revitalization projects have pushed long-term residents outside of their homes or not being able to afford their homes. So not everyone's as happy with this growth and change. I would say most of the growth and change has happened in the downtown Durham area and South Durham. East Durham has not quite changed as much as it used to be. And then North Durham, again, has more of that rural feel. So if you want a little bit more space, a little bit more land, North Durham might be a better fit for you and has some of the same character from still 20 plus years ago compared to South Durham and Downtown Durham are nothing like they were 20 to 30 years ago or even 10 years ago because of all the growth and change. So growth and change is not always a bad thing, but for a lot of long-term residents, they are not so happy about it. Durham has changed a lot over the years, but I think most of those changes really have been for the good. It's brought in a huge influx of new jobs. The downtown has gone through an epic revitalization, which created new restaurants and shopping opportunities. Old abandoned warehouses are now vibrant and thriving. So it is just a great scene in Durham, whether it's downtown, South Durham, or North Durham. There's great opportunities for where you can live in the Durham area. If you're interested in Durham or one of the surrounding neighborhoods, communities, please reach out at info@keithorealty.com or the phone number on your screen, and I would love to help you out. See you next time.